Listen to me, it's your boy Terah Da Barber, the husband and the father. You guys can check me out every single Monday on Intro Morning Monday. Also, my wife podcast, I was going to South podcast, which I am returning guest ever so often. And I also got a barber podcast called Razor Sharp Podcast with my brother Swole, the Bartise. So I'm just here to do my daily vlog, my daily. Most of the time, I'll be talking to y'all when I'm in the car driving to the barber shop, and just like no other, I'm on my way to the barber shop right blood clot now. So what's good? How is y'all week go? How y'all week been going so far? I've been doing what I do best. I'm making a whole bunch of moves. We got some kind of hurricane, tropical thunderstorm running through Georgia right now. But that don't stop. It don't stop the money. So my son told me, he's like, Daddy, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to the barber shop. He said, wow, don't you know we're about to have a hurricane? I said, yeah, but the money don't stop. So hurricane or no hurricane, the storms down here in Georgia don't be no storms. I'm from New York, bro. The weather down here don't be what they be predicting. Yes, there's a lot of places. So where my barbershop is and where I live at is like further south of Atlanta. And for some reason, the storm travel, travel plans always go underneath Locust Grove and McDonough area. It goes underneath that and then come back up a little bit further east, like going towards Ladonia. So a lot of times, we may get some rain and may have a couple weak trees that get blown down because the saturation of the soil, the trees is not that strong, and they fall out. But it don't be nothing crazy. Like Noonan got hit hard a few times, but where I'm at, it don't be that bad. So I'm going to the barber shop. The last time it was some rain, the power went out. It is what it is. Hopefully the power don't go out, but that's not going to stop me from getting to the money. So I got to be on my way to the barber shop to get situated. My first appointment going to be at 4:15. The time now is 4:03. I got about 12 minutes to get to the barber shop. But if not, things going to get pushed back. I mean, it's bad weather. Customers got to understand that. But I'm just happy to be in a position where I'm able to make some moves. God has been blessing me and blessing my family. And we continue to just make strides how we can. So that's what it is. But I come to you guys today because I wanted to come on the live yesterday to talk about a few things. And what I realized is that no matter what it is, what's good. No matter what it is in life, you're going to go through a whole bunch of obstacles. Life is about obstacles. Life is about challenges. Life is about maneuvering in some weeds. And I'm here to tell you that you're going to go through some stuff, and it all determines how you come up out of it unscathed. I'm a testament of a person that has persevered through a lot of things, and I'm thankful to be on this earth to give my story, to give my testimony, to give people a perspective on things. And a lot of times I try to talk to people about a bunch of things, and sometimes they just don't understand or they just don't want to hear. Case in point, I'm in the barber shop, and me and one of the youngest and one of the new barbers in the shop, we sometimes be button heads. And I feel like a lot of people going to try to test me. People going to test me because there's things that they may be feeling threatened about. Me, I may have my insecurities when it comes to being around a new group of people, being in a whole new area, and there's times when you just don't know what's going on. So if there is something that's occurring, a lot of times I don't be knowing about it, right? I mean, it is what it is. But me and this person be butting heads a lot of times, and there's a lot of times that I just wipe the dirt off my shoulder and I just keep it going. But there's other times when things just be striking a nerve. So recently, and a lot of it's my fault because I still My wife tell me all the time, why do you bring people into your conversation that don't need to be in your conversation? So there's times where I would ask the person a question just to keep the energy in the barbershop going, just to keep the morale moving. It's not like I just want to be the only person in the barbershop cutting and not talking to nobody. So there's times that I may just pull them into a conversation or ask them a question. And the question that I asked yesterday and the question that I'm going to ask you guys right now is, the question I have for you guys today that I would like for you guys to answer is, and this is in the form of a barber. Is a barber a full-time barber only if they put in what the term of full-time is, meaning they work 40 hours in the barber shop? Is a barber a full-time barber by the amount of hours he make or by the amount of clients he cut? That's the question I got for you guys. Do you think that a barber is a full-time barber based on the amount of hours they work per week or by the amount of clients they cut per day? The reason why I'm asking this is because you can have a barber that's in the barber shop 10 to 12 hours a day and only cut 3 to 4 customers a day. Maybe slow, they're not building, they say they trying to build their clientele. It's just not clicking yet, right? So you got that one barber that's in the barber shop for 12 hours a day, cutting 3 to 4 clients on 6 days a week. So that's, let's just say on average, 4 clients a day, times that by 6, 12, 18, 24. That's 24 clients. Then you can have a barber that works 30 hours a week, 6 days a week, and cuts 30 to 40 customers. Now, who do you think is the full-time? Who do you think is really putting in full-time? Is it the person that's cutting the most, that's cutting more, or is it the person that's in the shop more? Because I believe I'm going to say I've been a full-time barber, meaning the amount of clients I cut. This is just me. I'm not trying to sway you guys. Just let me know what you think. I've been a full-time barber as far as the amount of customers I've been cutting for over 7, 8 years. I've had this clientele where I'm able to cut 30 to 40 customers a week. And that's good for me. I used to cut 50 to 60 customers. I cut down the amount of customers so that I don't got to rush and I'm able to still charge a little bit more, so it balances itself out. But me and this other barber in the barbershop, he said to me, well, you're not a full-time barber because you only here 5 hours a day. And in all reality, full-time is 40 hours. And I said, well, you here 10 to 12 hours a day, but you only cutting about 3 to 5 customers on average a day. So are you really cutting full-time? And he said, well, I'm here, I spend more hours here. And I was like, okay. So let's do the calculations. This person works 5 days a week on average 8 hours. 5 times 8 is 40. I work in the barber shop 6 days at, let's say on average 5 days, 5.5 hours. That's about 5 times 6 is 30, plus another 2.5 hours is about 32.5 hours. So that person works about 6.5 more hours than me. I'm there more days, but he's there more hours in a day. So tell me, what do you guys think? Am I bugging? Or am I just not really understanding? Because I feel like because I cut the amount of customers I cut, I'm swinging through it like it's full time, baby. But that's just my mindset, you know what I'm saying? So I would like for you guys to let me know what you think. I don't mind. I'm not. Can you guys comment? Because I don't see no comments. Normally people commenting, but I don't see nothing at all. Maybe there's something wrong with YouTube. But just let me know. If you can comment, because I see the likes, say something. Give me a say that you can hear me, or you understand me, or you agree with me. Say something so I can know if the comments is working. But that's definitely what I was thinking. I was thinking about that, and I was like, really, 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 you know, I'm just letting these days go by because I'm leaving the barbershop soon. Like, I'm so over it. I'm so done with what I feel like I do a lot, and I never voiced it to nobody. So it's like, oh, you don't let people know how you feel. But I'm not the type of person that's going to deal with confrontation. Not saying that it's going to be confrontation, but I'd rather. Okay, great. So you can comment. Thank you, Leonardo. Thank you for commenting. So I've already made it up my mind that this for the new year I'm gonna be leaving the barbershop. It's time for me to spread my wings and fly. I've been in this barbershop for 3.5 years. I said I only really wanted to be there for 2 years to build a clientele and get my barber license. I did that. I've been a person of importance in my eyes in the barbershop, cutting hair, keeping the peace a little bit, trying to direct these newcomers, because in all reality, the problem that I have is the barbershop that I cut at is really a transitional is a transition barbershop, because we have affiliation with a barber school, which is great. I'm on my way to the barbershop right now. But because we have affiliation with the barber school, one of our old old managers is a barber instructor at the barber school. The owner of my barber shop is a barber instructor in training right now in the barber school, and he'll be done in a matter of 2 months, and he'll have his license as an instructor. So he's on his way to running a barber school and not being in the barber shop. I would recommend him to keep the barber shop, to make it a cash flow, and never sell it. That's just my perspective. But if whatever he gonna do, he gonna do. So I'm with the fact of the matter is that the barbershop is a transitional barbershop where there's a lot of barber students that come in. And I have a name that I feel that I gotta uphold when it comes to Terah Da Barber. My brand, when people Google me, they come as great reviews, and I really don't want my name to be involved with a barbershop that has bad reviews. I mean, you're gonna get reviews that's good and bad. Sometimes people just not gonna like the atmosphere, not gonna like the music, not gonna like something that's going on. You can't stop that. People just have their own idea of how things should go, and maybe it doesn't go that way, and then the guy, whatever. Yeah, man, I cut beards. I cut everything. I'm a barber, man. I'm a barber. So I just feel like it's just time for me to spread my wings and fly. I've been saying that I wanted to leave for a long time, and I was going to leave. To get a backstory, the first owner, Scales, when I first came on board, and he sold it in a matter of a week or two. That I initially came into the barbershop. He sold it to Reggie, who was a barber that was already there. Reggie bought it, took it over, ran it how he wanted to run it. That was okay. And I was like, okay, well, it wasn't Reggie, it wasn't his co-partner, it wasn't his wife that was his co-partner. It was the barbers in a shop. Again, it was a transitional barber shop where you had barbers that was coming from the barber school, and people just didn't know how to take criticism, and maybe my delivery wasn't right or whatever. So I'm not just gonna blame them. I take partial blame also. I take blame also, and I was just like, I wanted to leave then, but I said, you know what? Let me stick around for Reggie. One, he needs the booth rent, of course, because it's a business. Two, let me not just leave. And where else I'm gonna go? Am I gonna go to another barbershop? Like, I'm already here. I already got business cards. I'm already getting established. I'm already building a clientele. Let me just work it out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we tend to let people trick us out of our own spot. We tend to we tend to get tricked out of our spot. So in my mindset is I'm not gonna let nobody trick me out of my spot. So my game plan was always to be there for 2 years. 2 years came and went. New ownership, trying to help things stay afloat. Barbers coming and going, and then Reggie felt like he didn't want to be dealing with the barbers or that establishment no more, and went to Scales, who now owned a barber school, and was like, "Yo, let me know if you know anybody that want to buy the barber shop." He asked me first, but I knew I didn't want it because it already had bad juju from the people that was there. And I don't want to deal with barbers and their mentality. Barbers have this mentality. A lot of them are not team players. If you're a team player, then cool. I like to be a part of a team. I've always wanted to be a part of a team. The barbershop that I worked at, it was just like people just coexisting, but it was never a barbershop where we was a team. We wasn't going out to eat, wasn't doing these things. So when I came on board to Georgia is more of a family orientated type of thing, where everybody comes together and they try to build. And I was so happy with that because I feel like a lot of people coming together and they want to build. So I was moving with just that. But there's times when you can't be the only person that's trying to build. You can't be the only person that's trying to move mountains. And then if it's not your establishment, it's not your business, you definitely shouldn't be trying to be that dude that's trying to make the rules. And me, because I have ownership qualities, I have these fundamentals in me, it's really hard to just, and it's not hard to be a team player, it's hard to be just a part of the team. I believe that I'm a boss in my own right, and I want to own a chain of salon suites because it's low maintenance. It definitely runs itself, and all you got to do is build it, and they will come. So I've been looking at salon suites establishments for quite some time, and I just been like a lot of things that I want to do in my life. I just be afraid to pull the trigger, and I don't. And then other people capitalize over these ideas that I be having, and then it comes to a time when you be like, you know what, I gotta do it. So 2025 is where I really want to. 2025, I want to get into a suite, rock that for like a year or whatever, stack my capital up, build my business credit, and then buy me a building. Or get a lease. I don't mind even leasing something for like 5 years. I don't got to buy the building at first. I can make the capital. Because to buy the building, you have to spend more money. You know, a building going to cost me about $1 million when I could just get something, where I could just rent something out for like $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And the numbers show that I should be able to make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. So if I do it right, I could make a whole lot of bread. So that's that. So that's what I'm rocking with, is just a focus on that. And that's what I want to do. So I'm just, but there's the times when people are going to push you out of your spot, and you got to be able to determine if you want to be pushed out of your spot, or if you're going to hold your ground. You know, I've been trying to hold my ground for the longest. I have to admit that there's times where I am the culprit, I am the problem. And I realize that I'm the problem, and I try to fix that. Bro, what the fuck, bro? You can park right in a turning lane, bro. So, it is what it is, man. It's your boy, Terah Da Barber. I appreciate you guys for locking in with me. Make sure you telling a friend about everything that's going on. Make sure you subscribing. And I'll come to you guys next week, man. I come to you guys tomorrow with another fiasco. You heard? Peace.